Render holders should be bullish, and I will tell you why. Hello everybody, welcome to the channel. My name is Doc, and today's video I'm going to explain to you why render holders should be bullish for the next couple of months, and also give you my render bull run top price prediction. So let's start this video off with what's actually going on with the render price since my video of last week. So basically during last week's video, which was around like Saturday, October 5th, render was trading around like $5.55, and I actually said in that video, don't buy render right now because we're gonna test the lower range with like 4.91, where was a lot of liquidity to be grabbed. Like, I'm gonna talk more about the next liquidity grab later during this video, so you don't want to miss out. And as you can see, this is the lines I drew in my last video. You can even check it after this video, the exact same lines, and we actually came very close, like 4.89, and I drew 4.91, so a perfect entry. And what we're also seeing, like basically on the 4-hour chart, is this is what I tweeted during the week, and I told you to be paying attention to it, is that render is actually breaking out in this zone. So I drew this zone, and if you take this stop right here and you connect like 4 or 5 dots, which is very bullish, and then render is just breaking out. And yes, the next target I even mentioned on Twitter would be like 5.65, which is getting very close. And then the next step, of course, would be making a higher high and going out of this zone. But I'm gonna talk way more at the end of this video about the next higher highs, the bull run top price prediction. But for now, render is looking very nice. And something that's also a massive bull flag is that actually in history, if September was a green month, Q4 would have been amazing. So let's take a look at last year. September was a green month. Look at the beautiful pumps we had in the next 6 months. Also 2016 and 15, September was a great month, and look how well Bitcoin performed in the next couple of months. And also again, if you take a look at the quarterly returns, October is one of the best. Like, October is usually green, and especially in a bull run like 2021, Q4 was euphoric, Q1 was also very good. And remember, everybody always talks about November 2021 was such a beautiful month. Look at the quarterly returns of Bitcoin, only 5% 2021. Everybody remembers this because retail came here. Retail actually bought this uptrend, got sold off, rebought the dip, and got sold off again. But the real money was made in 2020 Q4, and I'm expecting again that the real money is made in Q4, that the uptrend is Q1, and that the sell-offs will be Q2. So this is where the smart people like you guys watching this video will take their profits, not financial advice. But yeah, Q4 and Q1, I've said this for months, will give the greatest render returns. So the next important topic is liquidation. So like I always say, don't look at the 24-hour. Let's take a look at the 1 weekly chart. Let's see where the liquidations are for render. So as you can see, this beautiful yellow line, which is actually an indicator for saying there's a lot of liquidity there, is gonna get grabbed. Like I said it in my last video, we're all first going to the bottom liquidity and then going up. So this is gonna be grabbed. Like, they're probably not gonna stop this. Like, it's not that much money, but it's a target with an uptrend on all altcoins and Bitcoin right now. This is gonna get flushed right away. But where do we go from there? That's also a very important question. So what happens after 5.60? So if you take a look at the other liquidity, there's not much more, but this is starting to get yellow as well. So this is looking way brighter than this. Like, this is dark green. There's nothing left here, but this is looking beautiful. So like I said before, I drew the range as well. 688 is coming, and a new higher high is coming as well, because we're in a bull market. In a bull market, preparing for a bull run, it's always higher highs and higher lows. Like, I'm gonna talk more more about this at the end of this video because it's something you should definitely know about, and stop watching the lower time frame because most of you sometimes are losing money in a market which is only going up. So yeah, this is for now everything about liquidations, but let's get on with the bullish news which is going to take place in October. So the big news will be about Blender, which is one of the greatest free open source 3D softwares. Like, a lot of people might be wondering, Doc, you talk about Blender like in last week's video, you talked about it on Twitter, but what's so special about it with render? Well, let me explain to you right away why Blender will be very huge for render. Because if you didn't know yet, the RNDR 014, which is basically render network proposal, was the integration of Blender cycles in the render network. So basically what this is that Blender 3D, the free and open source 3D computer graphics software tool set used for creating animated videos, visual effects, art, 3D printed models, motion graphics, interactive 3D applications, virtual reality, and formerly video games. So all I'm hearing is as open source graphics software creating a lot of things which demand a lot of GPU power. Like everything I said in the last 30 seconds demands so much GPU power. And if you don't know about render network basically burns render tokens based on the GPU power use of the network. So the more integrations the network gets, the more bullish it is. And this proposal is to integrate Blender cycles with the render network. This initiative will support the growing community of over 2 million Blender users worldwide by providing them with the seamless access to the powerful and scalable rendering resources offered by the rendering. Can you imagine that 2 million users, and they will use the render network because it's so much cheaper, so much faster than anything else, are starting to make interactive 3D applications, virtual reality, visual effects, animated video, all on the render network? Like, it's gonna skyrocket the burning, like it's gonna get so big. And if we get this done, like if render gets this done before the actual retail hype bull run starts and the burning starts, a lot of big influencers will take a look at the burning. They will compare it with like Luna and BNB from 2021, and this will be one of the greatest catalysts render has ever seen. Like, this is the big thing I'm waiting on. This is the big thing many big render holders are waiting on. But the biggest question is, when will we get more information? And I'm going to tell you it right now. Because if you didn't know, there's actually a Medium article about the upcoming talks and events for the render, which the CEO and founder of Render will be talking about. And it's all now up to the Blender conference. Like, everything has been done right now, but the big thing I'm waiting for is the Blender conference on October 23rd to 25th. This is where the action will be. This is where the CEO will be speaking, will tell about the integration of Blender. And this could trigger a lot of hype, especially going into AI season in November. Like, this is the end of October. In November, we will get AI season again. Nvidia is pushing the charts again. Like, it's gonna get very bullish. And this is why render holders should be bullish. But there's so much more in this video, so let's move on. But before I give you my render bull run price prediction, if you want to buy render Bitcoin and over 1,000 other crypto coins while getting $30,000 in bonuses and rewards for just depositing and buying crypto as shown on screen, just go to the top of the description and click on the partner Bybit link. Once you're at the partner Bybit link, you will see my name and my referral code 41860, which you can use in the app, and you can see you can actually enter a trading competition with $10 million in prize pools and also get up to $30,000 in welcome rewards for just depositing and buying crypto. You can just deposit USDT, buy with credit card, deposit with a bank, buy crypto and get rewards. So you're actually compounding with free money. So definitely don't miss out on these huge opportunities and go to the top of the description and sign up right now with my link. So now let's get on with my render price prediction. So one thing I'm always telling people is stop looking at the 1 hour chart. The thing about the bullish uptrend is higher highs and higher lows. As you can see, this was the low, we got higher, we got a little bit lower, we got higher, we got lower, we got higher, and we got lower. So it's literally higher highs and higher lows. Even though this was a little bit of fake out, it still got higher highs. And this is what I'm expecting in this range. Like, it's not gonna go straight up maybe through the roof. It's gonna get maybe to like this resistance here, which is big resistance, come a little bit down, but it will shoot through, maybe have again like this a couple of double tops, and then just go break through. And this is how a bullish chart looks like. Like, you need to come down again, grab the liquidity to go up. Otherwise, what you're gonna get is, if you don't grab this liquidity, you're gonna go up to like $9 and then crash back to 4.9. And that's not what you want to see, because you will shake out a lot of investors. If you go down like from like $6 to like $4.90, it's not gonna shake out a lot of investors. And also, the deeper we get into this bull run, the faster this will occur, because this top was August 27th, this top was like 1 month later, so the new higher high was slow. But if we get in the bull run, you'll get a higher high, then maybe a low for 1 week, the next week another higher high, and this will continue. And that's when a chart looks parabolic. When the higher highs actually take only 3-4 days, that's when we're nearing the top. But what about prices? So what should we look at right now? So the first thing, what we're gonna look short term is we're gonna take a look at the Fibonacci levels as well, because that's what we always use except from liquidity. And if we go from top to bottom, let me just delete this zone as well, because we're getting a lot of red lines here and we don't want to. So let's move out of this zone. What we're gonna see is a golden pocket here. So around $6, $6.15. And this was actually this top as well. So I said we might get resistance here and come down maybe back to 585, but it doesn't necessarily have to happen. Like, this uptrend here went straight to the golden pocket. So it doesn't mean that we should get a lot of resistance. Some people might trade here, short here, to get a beautiful entry. I might try it as well, depending how bullish we're actually looking. But yeah, we broke out from the downtrend, which I showed in the beginning of the video. So this is looking very bullish. But then let's take a look at what else that we can expect. So let's try and draw the downtrend again. So we got this beautiful downtrend here, which we actually tested twice, double bottom, and are now going up. And let's also take the Fibonacci levels from this level. Like, this is not the bull run top price prediction, this is the short term still. The bull run top price prediction will follow closely. So this is where I expect to get the first major resistance, is around this like $8.63, $8.98. And this is also the 2021 all-time high, because if you didn't know yet, the 2021 all-time high was like 8.76. So this is the first like price point that people might take profits again, might sell because they bought in a loss or something. So this is major resistance. But of course, we're not here to look for the short-term major resistance. Let's see how far we can get in this bull run. So again, let's take the Fibonacci level, but look at the top here. So we got the top at 13.65. We got the bottom at like 3.44. Let's take a look at the most important level. So this could be a major resistance. Like, this is actually, this used to be support. Look at the support. So we need to flip this immediately into support as well. So we might get resistance here. A lot of people will short here, try to sell, because it has been since like June since we hit this support level. But then If we can break this, this is where the bull run price prediction starts. So basically, let's just move this out a little bit more. Let's get the prices as well. So let's make it look very beautiful. Also, to care about liquidity, these are the major levels on the next subtrend. So the 1.618 is the first major level which we'll get after breaking all-time high. So it's not going to go straight in this line, but we talked about the other levels. This is usually when the coin actually breaks this all-time high, the next step is usually just grow to the 1.618. So this is a very important level. And then it depends on euphoria. We could go down, test a little bit lower, get some liquidity because a lot of people will long this. Because if we close above all-time high, a lot of people will long this in preparation of the uptrend. So there will be a lot of liquidity here. But then, of course, when we get in the euphoric bull run, this can go straight to like $30. $40. I think a lot of people will actually take profits here because this is the 100x from the bull run bottom. Like me and other people bought a lot at 40 cents. So this is a 100x, and a lot of people might take profits here, might not get it here, and then maybe we'll see a quick liquidity grab again. People trying to long here, and then the final run, it all depends on euphoria. This could go, the sky's the limit. Like, I'm not gonna lie, this could go actually 100, it doesn't matter. It could have a Solana run, or just could stop here and go down. Like, there's so many things that could happen. Like, you never know, of course. There's no financial advice. Never forget that profits are profits. Like, if you bought here on my calls at the bottom here, you bought these calls in my other video, or maybe 4.92, please take profits. There's no financial value, but when you're 5-6x up and you lose that money which you bought here, like a lot of people bought last year at like $1-2 maybe here, and they just went down again. Like, I told a lot of people to buy at $3. Okay, it's a 3x, but the 3x is still great profit. Like, profit is profit. Don't ever exit without profit. If you're in here at the bottom and we go to March, May, and even though your favorite influencers are calling ridiculous prices, but we're in May and like the fear and greed index is on max greed, 95%. Everybody around you talks about crypto, you should exit. I'm gonna make a video about it, definitely. I'm gonna tell you on Twitter when I'm exiting. I also share a lot of these charts on Twitter, so you should definitely follow me on Twitter. And also, if you enjoyed this video, to be sure to like if you did. My Twitter is @TheRealDog. This is where I post all the charts I post in the videos, well, in the weeks. This is where I'm telling you my opinion about crypto and price levels and show you my render trade. So definitely follow this. Also, click on the screen right now if you want to know more about liquidity and liquidity grabs, because I made a very nice video about it last week. Also, subscribe to my channel for more crypto content and YouTube. Until next time.